Welcome to the Corpus of Contemporary American English, also known as the CoCA. If you type in the URL that is found on your handout, you will be brought to this welcome page. When you click Enter, you will be brought to the main page. As you can see, this is a rather large corpus of about 450 million words. Now, on the top right-hand corner, you will see an email login box. However, you don't need to register at all to use this corpus. On this left-hand side here, this is the interface that you will be primarily working with. Here, you will type the search string of what you want to use and search for. Before I go any further into that, I want to give you just a quick overview of what goes on here and here. Up here in this top section, this section usually displays the results of your search. And down here on the bottom, this section usually displays the answers to any questions you may have. For example, now they have an introduction section on how to get started. Going back to the search interface, Going back to the search interface, you can see that there are several options to work with. The first option shows display, and it controls how your results can be displayed. Briefly, you have list, chart, quick or keyword in context, and compare. In list, the results are displayed in the list. In chart, the results show an overall frequency of the word or expression chosen. In quick, the word or phrase is surrounded by sortable context to the left and right. And finally, in compare, you are allowed to compare collocates for different words, such as small or little, and start or begin, etc. In search string, this is where you actually type words, and depending on which display control is chosen, you'll have different fields to manipulate. Sections is where you control the sources that you want the corpus to look through. You can control two fields, here and here. For example, you can choose academic in section 1 and fiction in section 2. I'm going to ignore that for now. You also have a sorting and limits, and this also displays in the results. Now, if all this seems very overwhelming, don't worry. If you notice at the end of each field, there's a little question mark, and this question mark, if you click on it, provides a little tutorial that shows up here. Very thorough. We can do an example as well. Let's say you want to know what words collocate with residual. After all, we say residual effects and not residual food, but our students may not know that. Now for residual, I simply want a list of results, so I will select list. Type in residual under words, and if I want collocates, I'll click here. And maybe I want noun collocates, so I'll type in noun. And these abbreviations can be found if you click on this question mark here. I'm not interested in any words preceding residual, but I do want to know the three words preceding residual. So, voila. I also am only interested in certain sections. I'm only interested in newspaper articles from 2010. Okay. Now I'm done. I'm not going to worry about this section too much, so I'm just going to click search. Sorry, there are no matching records. Okay, let's widen the search a little bit then. I'm going to say 2010 to 2012 and academic, just to see. Here you go. Here are all the results. And you can play around as you please. You can click on it, and then you'll have the results here. I hope this brief overview wasn't too confusing, but you always have these little question marks to give you tutorials. I hope that you can find this corpus useful for your classroom needs and beneficial for your students' learning. Thank you very much, and have a good day.